Welcome to this session with GeoEcolologist. Today we are going to discuss about a very important question that every exam aspirant, every student has in its mind. That question is how to reduce or manage exam stress. Exam anxiety or stress management is one of the most sought after questions, and it is asked by every student directly or indirectly from the people around. So in this session, in conversation with AVNISH MISHRA, a psychologist, we are going to learn about how to manage this anxiety, how it means we can plan ourselves, and what are the steps to be taken, what are the measures to be taken. So let's learn from the expert himself and understand that what are the various measures to be taken regarding the management of exam stress and anxiety management. So let's go ahead.
Exam stress and methods to deal with it. There are certain usual questions that I face from students regarding their exam pressures and what all the difficulties that they are facing. I've addressed a couple of them, four of them to be precise. The primary of them is unfinished syllabus. Unfinished syllabus is one of the primary stressful problems that students are facing. Why? Because either they haven't read the syllabus, or they have read too much about the syllabus, or they have heard too much about the syllabus. So 3 R's. 3 R's is what I propose for these students who feel that their syllabus is unfinished. It's read, revise, and refer. Read the syllabus again. Read the syllabus again. Why? Because that helps you understand what's important and what's to be left out. There's no exam in the world which will ask you questions from the entire syllabus, because certain points are just put in the syllabus so that they can reject you on the basis of it. The more you read, there are more chances are for you to make mistakes. So read the syllabus again. Revise what you have read. Even if you are missing out on certain things in your syllabus, there's no need to panic. You may miss out on things and you may leave them also before the exam, because you should be 100% sure with what you have studied. What you have studied and a question is asked on it, bingo, you should get the answer right. That's how your revision should be about the syllabus that you have studied. Forget the unfinished part. Concentrate on the finished part. You should always be confirm about what you have finished. Refer older questions. Refer older questions because if you see, practice is key. You need to practice more and more and more. The more you practice, the more are the chances that you cover your unfinished syllabus part. Because when you practice, you understand how are the questions framed. What is the concept will always remain same. On the same question, the same concept, 10 questions can be framed, but you need not study all the 10 questions. You need to understand the concept such that you can frame and you can answer those questions in your own manner. So we need not worry about the syllabus part. Moving forward, then comes the second most difficult part that we all face, difficulty concentrating. Concentration is another difficult aspect of exam stress. Why? Because when we are not able to concentrate, we tend to feel that we are missing out on things. We are not reading well. We are not preparing well, which again makes us believe that we have unfinished syllabus left. So we need to move ahead with the concentration thing, right? And we can move ahead. How? Sleep, set, and stretch. 3S. 3S for concentration. Sleep well. A good sleep can always help you rejuvenate yourself, can help you understand difficult concepts even better and in more depth than you had already studied it. So you need to have good sleep. Maybe about 6 to 8 hours should be enough. And some people require more, but then you need to manage it in maximum 8 hours, because you need to study more for a competitive exam. It's not the regular school or college exam. Then comes set. Set a defined routine. A defined routine helps you provide yourself with a set of guidelines. Basically, it will help you understand how you need to go about through the day. You just cannot wake up at 10 a.m. and then go about thinking that syllabus is unfinished for 2 hours, and then sit at 12 a.m., get up at 2 for lunch. You cannot do that. That won't help. You need to have a good routine. You need to wake up. You need to define when you have to study, what you have to study, so that you can accomplish your goals. You can put small goals for the entire day. It's not necessary that you finish the entire paper in one day. You can bifurcate them into small parts. You can bifurcate them into small parts and then achieve them pretty much easily. Stretch as in proper exercise because it helps your mind calm down. It helps your body to rejuvenate. When we sit for a longer time, we have back pains, we have neck pain, we have wrist pain. We don't feel like doing anything. We're irritated, we're frustrated because we cannot finish our syllabus, we cannot concentrate, and the exams are already on the here. So we need to stretch. We need to relax our muscles because muscle relaxation helps you in bodily relaxation, and that gives you immense sense of calm and composure while going through the exam pattern. Next is very common and another important aspect that I've covered. This is the fear of failure. You and I, at any point in time, must have felt that what if I fail? I'm choosing something that people don't want me to. What if I fail? How about thinking it through and making it what if I succeed? So talk, transform, and train. TTT. 3T. Talk to people. What is it that's making you feel fearful of the exam? Is it the syllabus? Is it your preparation? Is it the past year papers? Is it the dates that have been set? Is it the duration that is between your preparation and the dates? Whatever. You should talk about it. Talk about it to your parents maybe or someone whom you feel comfortable talking to, because that helps you rethink the entire thing. Is it really fearful? Are you really fearing the exam, or is it just in your mind that you think that you are fearing the exam? So talk, transform. Transform your energy, the energy that you're putting in understanding your failure. How about putting the energy to transform failure to success? Why not? If we can train ourselves to be a failure, we can train ourselves to be successful. Look at this fish it's trying to jump from the smaller bowl to a bigger bowl. It can stop itself, stay in the same bowl, thinking, what if I fail? But what if you succeed? You are reaching to a bigger bowl. There are chances for growth, chances for immense growth. So you need to transform that energy. How you can do that? By training your mind. Training your mind in a manner that you need to understand what is it that is stopping you from taking that leap of faith or that leap of towards success. That step which is stopping you from staying in this failure part and not making helping you reach to success. There's something that's stopping you. Train your mind to achieve it in a manner that you perceive it not as a failure or as a challenge. You perceive it as an opportunity to grow. When we train our make x perceive as y, we have changed the entire definition of the equation. Mathematically, it may not be possible, but psychologically, it is, because we have perceived it in a different manner. It is about perception. What we perceive, we believe. So we need to perceive it differently. Uh, Mind goes blank. Even I have faced this. My mind goes blank while in an exam. So because I have faced this, I know how to deal with it. You need to prepare, pause, and face. Prepare your mind in such a way that you might go blank. We go blank when we are not prepared that we might go blank. If you prepare yourself while studying in your preparation that I might go blank in the exam, you then know the strategy of how to bring it back. Right? Now, if there's I am a good student. Okay, I am a good student. Now, if I, just remember the entire line as it is, I am a good student, I might forget the primary word good in the exam. And my mind will go blank because I am looking for this particular word. I'm not worrying about I am a student. I am missing this word, good. So if I emphasize on a single word, I do not rephrase it as anything else, and I put it as the same as it is, I'll go blank because my mind is constantly trying to remember the same exact word, good, and I'm not remembering it. So you need to prepare yourself in a manner that you can rephrase the thing and bring your mind back. How can you bring your mind back? While studying, when you get something like I am a good boy, translate it into your mother tongue. It's a pretty good and a very simple, trusted method because it will help you formulate things in your mind. When you translate it to your own mother tongue, you'll never forget the line. And you can, it's better to rephrase the entire thing in a language that you might be comfortable with, right? Like I might rephrase it like just good student. I am a is not to be remembered all the times. You'll frame it in the exam. Our mind works that way. We'll frame things up when we are in trouble. Next is pause. Pause. Our when we go blank, we are constantly trying to remember things. We are putting in efforts, looking up, looking down, looking to the faculty, the invigilator, but we can't get anything. So we need to take pause. We need to pause our minds and just trust ourselves for a moment. Everything will start coming back. Now, there's a proven research. When you try to remember things, you might tend to look up, and the things start flowing. It's better if you prepare for your exams in a exam sort of a setup. Have a table, a chair, like in an exam setup, and have the same entire preparation method. While if you're solving a sample paper, solve it in the same 3 hours like the exams. Usually the exams are 3 hours, so it's 3 hours. Solve it in the exam same exact same 3 hours. Solve it with the same time bound and instruction based paper. That will help you prepare your mind to pause, reflect, and then strategically remember the word that you were missing, the word good there. That will help you regain your thoughts back. Then we can pace. When if we do not know the answers, our mind paces to bring the answer back. When we know the answer, and our thoughts race away to every answer. They're moving quickly. One, two, three. It's just never ending. So we need to stop. We need to control our mind. We need to pace our thoughts in a manner that we can, wait and think about for a particular question that we are solving, or the particular question that is in concern at the moment. We need to pace our thoughts that in that manner, right? Next. Yeah, that will be the general, the basic problems that people face. Now, if you have any questions, I'll be glad to help you out with them.
Thank you for this wonderful description of what people may have in their mind, what kind of questions they must be having, all the aspirants. One thing is important when you said talk to people. Just
Yeah.
I need little bit clarification on this. If students say, like, there are various kinds of students. There are people who don't even have their immediate family living with them. They are staying in some PG where everybody is busy in themselves. There are various kinds of setup for students. So in that case, if they're staying in isolation, how would they talk to people regarding their exam anxiety and stress? So what do you suggest for those kind of students?
You can talk to your own self. Who better than your own self to understand what you're going through? Generally, people do have a mirror. If they have a mirror, you can look into the mirror, look into your eyes, and talk to yourself heart out. I mean, extensively, in detail, explicitly, whatever you want to talk, whatever fear that you have, when you put those fears to yourself, our mind is designed in such a way that we understand that the guy is getting fearful, man. I need to, take a step back and let the person relax. Our mind is trained that way. We can always train our minds in a manner that we want to. If you can call your parents and talk to them, wonderful. If you cannot, then who better than your own self? Right?
All
Your
right.
own self is always the best self to talk to.
Yeah, so the message is to believe in oneself, right? That's the best way to go ahead in that situation. All right. So thank you so much, Mr. AVNISH MISHRA, and for joining us in this session. And thanks a lot for giving these tips to our students. We'll be holding more such sessions. And thank you for joining. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.